Out with Rico Robles is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out host, Rico Robles. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing, Monsters? Rico Robles. You know how we do it. It's All Out. And hey, man, having the hottest song in the charts in TikTok, but it's all about life changes, making that decision. You know, we got the one and only TAI VERDES joining us. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
Hey, great, man. Great. You know, thank you for taking time to join us. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you guys from LA.
Hey, Los Angeles. That's what it's all about, man. You know, I read somewhere that you were doing a 9-to-5 job, that you just started writing songs, but you have been, you know, rapping for quite some time, right?
You know what? I've just been making art for a minute, dog.
Yeah.
So like, I really just have been trying to make some stuff. And then with the coronavirus, I had more time to, you know, make music. And that was the thing that really kind of saved me from my situation.
And, you know, when it comes to like making music, right? I mean, with everything, was it like a perspective that you wanted to share to the world? Like, all right, cool, man, we like locked down here, we in the pandemic, let me just write something that's sort of catchy, that kind of thing?
Nah, man, it was more like, I just think that my perspective is valuable. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I think that my art is the same as like Kanye or Taylor Swift or like Selena Gomez, like, or, you know, Bon Iver or any type of artist. Is like, it's just whatever you want to make. You just have to like present it to people, you know, and they'll, you know, respond if you just find those people.
And, you know, with the expression of art, and because, you know, there's a lot of people that are listening, that are watching this, that probably don't know where to start, man. You know what I mean? You getting out and writing it. All right, fine, recorded it, but actually stepping out of the comfort zone. How are you able to somehow tackle that and perform it in front of people?
Because I have a phone. You know, I think that I literally would like look up singing lessons. All right, this is singing lesson. All right, go in my car, sing every single day for 6 months for 30 minutes. Sing every single day for 6 months for an hour and a half. That's what I used to do. And whether it was like lower songs, but I really try to like, because I couldn't sing at all. You know, it wasn't that I couldn't sing at all. It's just that I never sang before. So there's like certain things that you're not used to: holding long notes, having tone, trying to get like the sound out of your nose. Like there's a lot of things that I wasn't like really used to doing, and I'm still learning. Like this is my second year of professional singing, and this is my second album. So it's like, I think everything that people think is like a really big step, you just break it down to the smaller steps, break it down to the absolute beginning. I researched where all of these people come from, where, you know, Harry Styles, Dominic Fike, where all these people at the top of the industry, how did they get to where they are at? And then you just do like, okay, what's one little thing I can do that they did, you know, and make it in my own way.
Hey, I mean, you know, in a way, it's sort of like a Bruce Lee method, right? Take everything that works, discard those that don't, and apply it and make it your own. And then you apply that, I mean, real life talk, you know what I mean? Now, when you put on TikTok, I do follow you on TikTok, and I do check out your TikTok. I see you always like, you know, freestyling and just, you know, getting the idea out there. I mean, how would it feel when you had the replies of people by the massive, like, wow, this is something different. We're up to something. I mean, how did that feel?
I think the biggest thing was that it wasn't a freestyle. This is all the plan. Like I made the plan to make 10 albums. You know what I'm saying? Like all these songs, they were all like every single song that I put on TikTok is like part of the plan. Whether it's that we're going to beat this song and put it on the album, or this is the song that's on the album. Like, hey, get ready for this song. You know what I'm saying? But it's that I have the second album that I'm making. I have I'm picking out of 150 songs. This is like my favorite that fit in the theme of the album. Like I'm really trying to, make a piece of art out here and contribute,
True that to the culture and to the music as well. Now, Ty, what keeps you motivated? What's the driving force? I mean, I know you got a 10-year album plan, as you did mention, but there are days that you feel like, all right, cool. What's the next step? What's the next step? What got you started with this journey, and what keeps you motivated?
It's because I love making it. I think that if I hear a guitar riff right now or like a beat that sounds unique, I just want to start going like, la, 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 just like singing on it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, na 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 na, like making words up. Like it's just what I love to do. I don't know why this is what I like. It's just, I think that I've been put in a situation where I've gotten like, I've got the privilege of taking piano lessons since I was 13. I got the privilege of like being in schools that had AP music theory. I had a lot of good chances. You know what I'm saying? And like, I think I'm just making the decision now to be like, okay, all music all the time. Let's go.
And, with a 10-year or a 10 album plan, I mean, with everything, you know how it is, right? They said that you got to envision something. You have to have a roadmap, which you got. I mean, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I mean, to go out as the greatest, to be there as the greatest. What's the main?
I think that there's so many people in the conversation that it's not about being the greatest, because then I would just set myself up for, failure. It's just about being you and thinking that you matter in the same category as everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that it would be hard to be, it'd be hard to choose between like Kanye West and Childish Gambino, right? Like about who's I think they're both goats to me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be like, oh dude, TAI VERDES, that guy did his thing. You know what I'm saying? This person did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Madonna did her thing. Katy Perry does her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be doing my thing.
And here on the show, we do have all our questions, just some random fun questions, so we get to know you a little better. Now, Ty, I can see in the background, you got a lot of sneakers there. So what is your prized possession, that number one prized possession that you got, that is just like, oh man, this is something that I spent a lot of money, or the most important shoe for you?
To be honest, no, I don't care about any of these possessions. I didn't spend any of money on this. These were all given to me. Let me think. Did I spend money on any of these? No, I love shoes. I do love shoes. And that's why I have them. But like, if they were all gone tomorrow, I'm okay with that. I'm really like, I lived in a living room for a long time, and I just know that possessions are just kind of weigh you down a little bit. So if these all got flooded tomorrow, I'd be like, cool, let's just pick my favorite pair. You know what I'm saying? But I literally was living in a situation where I had like, 6 or 7 or 10 pairs of shoes. So it's like, that's all I really need. But yeah, man, I love it when I put on a shoe and I look cool. It like makes me feel good. So why would I not do that?
And what are the perks of being famous for you now, being known, getting your music out there? What are the perks that you've been getting? I mean, are you meeting interesting people? I'm sure you are, but who's like the most memorable person you've ever met?
Well, I don't really think, I honestly don't think it's all subjective, right? So I don't really think I'm famous. I think there's people like, I think Billie Eilish is famous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the perks are I just get to be put in these, I get to have opportunities, right? And I think that the opportunities are really cool, like meeting all these people, whether like it's a good opportunity, bad opportunity, weird, cold, hot, whatever it is. Like just cool to experience that, because you only have one life. Why not experience things?
Hey, who would you want to meet if you get that opportunity?
I really want to talk to Childish Gambino. Gambino guy, yeah. Just because he knows what he wants, and he wants to make art, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make art. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter, even if it's a 4-chord song, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's art,
And what conversation you're gonna have if you talk to Childish?
I'm gonna be like, what's your opinion on like money combining with music? Because that's what everyone is. Everyone that thinks that an artist is an artist is not right. They're a business. There's a reason why their name. It's because they're promoting their name, and people talk about it because it's a business. Even the most artsy person, even Kanye is like the greatest artist of all time. He's technically just one of the greatest businesses of all time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just want to talk about everyone in their business and how they got there. Because I think it's one of the most interesting things. It's like turning art into business.
And they would love for sure to share it, right? They're just waiting for people, the right person to ask, you know what I'm saying? Now for you, Ty, what was the most important advice that anybody has ever given you that you still use up to this day?
That if you make something cool, put it out. Like, I already know that I want to put out as much music as possible, but sometimes I get in my head about like which are my favorite 20 songs, you know what I'm saying? And or like, do I do this feature? Because I'm not really a guy that does a lot of features, but Mike Posner is on my same management team, and he told me, like, if you make something cool with somebody, just put it out, move on to the next. Like, don't worry about it. Just make art, you know.
Most people would actually worry about release dates. When is it going to drop? When is it going to do this kind of thing, right? You know what I mean? So just putting it out there, and then the next day it'll be good stuff, right? That's what artists got to do. I'm learning so much, man. But there's a lot of people that are tuned in, that are taking it one day at a time, getting their music out, getting their art out. Is there any advice you could give as far as studio setup is concerned? Getting the music out and everything?
I think the biggest thing is, like, make sure that you know what you want to do with music. So if you're trying to be a songwriter, I think that you should make sure you're the weakest aspect in the room. Find the best production that you can at the time. Go to the best studio that you can at the time. If you don't want to be a producer, don't try to be a producer. Find another producer that's better than you and pay them money. Invest in yourself. How do you get people to take you seriously? Take your money and give it to them. And that's how they'll take you seriously. They'll actually try. A lot of people will be like, oh, my producer won't get my stuff for free. Yeah, duh. Like, when have you done something for free that you want to actually do really well? You know what I'm saying? Like, money moves people. Understand that. Like, that's why this is also, you have to run your artistry very early on, like a business. Like, if you want to be a producer artist, then you got to, like, understand, like, things are going to take a lot longer if you do it by yourself, because you have to learn how to produce and how to be an artist and to promote yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything, there's these huge verticals that I feel like people don't understand, that, like, you have to understand you're signing up for if you're going to be that type of person. And for me, I've seen, Rick Rubin doesn't even touch a DAW. Like, I think that, like, I co-produce my albums with just knowing music theory and contributing to the room, you know what I'm saying? If you ever watch Rick Rubin produce. So it's like just working with cool people and directing them. That's what Kanye does. That's what, a lot of people do. So I think, like, it's a business that's just bringing people into your business. And, like, this is the music you make because you hired them to help put out an art piece for you. Like, you're basically hiring cool people around you to make some cool thing that represents yourself. And I think that's a really cool thing to do.
And if you work with everybody,
3 times. I said cool like 3 times. My bad.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how it is. It's just getting focused. That's the main thing, and precision working. It's not wasting time. It's not just putting something out there. You know what I mean? It's really something that represents you, man. Learning so much from you, man. And thank you for taking time. I know you gotta go. I know you got a busy schedule today, but hopefully you get to visit the Philippines soon, man. We get to hang with you and hear your music. But you have any message for all Filipino fans that are watching and tuned in right now?
I'd say, what's up? I can't wait to come play a show. And also, life is really long. Make sure you're doing stuff that you like for a long time and not stuff that you don't like for a long time.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Ty, thank you. You want to do it? Can you do an acapella of a track that you're working on now? Can you give us a sample?
I'm working on now. I can do that last day. I can do If It Was My Last Day on Earth for you real quick.
All right, cool. Go ahead, man.
If it was my last day on Earth, if it was my last day, if it was my last day on Earth, if it was my last day, if I close my eyes and the sun don't rise, will I be okay? If it was my last day on Earth, if it was my last day.
Hey, my man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking time. All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us from Los Angeles, the one and only TAI VERDES. There you go. Thank you, monsters, for watching. As you watch another edition, of course, All Out. My name is Rico Robles. We hope you enjoyed this interview and share this with your friends. Peace.
Monster exclusive